Alright, so this is Math Counts 2015 target round, number 7 and hopefully 8. Alright, chapter competition. Alright, so we know that we have a right triangle with integer side lengths with a perimeter of 40. So right now we need to be thinking Pythagorean triples. 3, 4, 5 is the first one that comes to mind, but that has a sum of 12. 12 does not go into 40, so I can't use any of the family members here. I also know that 5, 12, 13, well, that equals 25 plus 5 is 30. 30 does not go in. The next most common one is 8, 15, 17. 8 plus 17 is 25. 25 plus 15 is 40, so we have our side lengths. We have 8, 15, and 17. So here's our game plan. We are going to find the area of this semicircle. This semicircle. Let's do that first. So the area of this semicircle is going to be, well, has a diameter of 8, so it has a radius of 4. 4 squared is 16. So we have 16 pi, but we only have half of it, so this one is 8 pi. It's an area of 8 pi. All right? So then this problem right here, similar idea. So we have 15 divided by 2 is my radius. So we'll get 225 over 4, but again, we only want half of that, right? So we're going to divide this or multiply it by 1/2, so we get a grand total of 225 over 4, or sorry, 8, because 4 times 2 is 8, because the radius is half of this. That gives me the denominator of 2. We square it, because pi r squared. 2 times 2 is 4, and then we only want half of it because it's a semicircle. 4 times 2 is 8. So I have those two areas. Now let's look at the area of this whole semicircle. And we're going to use a similar technique. Half of, so the radius is going to be 17 divided by 2. And we're going to have to square that to get the area. So we get 17 squared is 289, I think. So we get 289 over 4. But we only want half of it. So I multiply this by 1/2, I'll get 8 down here. All right. And so that means that the area of the shaded region is going to be equal to this plus this minus this piece. But wait a second, this piece also includes this triangle. So we need to include the area of this triangle on 1/2 of the equation to equal it out. So that means we're going to have 8 pi plus 225 over 8 pi, sorry, plus 60, because half of 8 is 4. 4 times 15 is 60. So all of this is going to then be subtracted by my hemisphere right here, minus 289 over 8 pi. Well, first things first, let's combine these things right here. So we have 289 minus 225, and so we get 64 over 8. Oh, well, 64 divided by 8 is 8. So that means we get 8 pi minus, remember this was negative, 8 pi plus 60 is going to be equal to the area of my shaded region. This piece here is 0, which means that my area is just 60, which leads us to the trick. There's a trick for these problems, and I've seen 3 of these so far in multiple math counts. What is the area of just this triangle? Well, half of 8 is 4. 4 times 15 is 60. So when you see a problem where you have 3 semicircles with a right triangle inside of them, all you really have to do is find the area of the triangle and you will have the area of the shaded region, because the area of the shaded region is equal to that of the triangle. Really, this problem only takes 5 minutes, or 5 seconds, maybe 50 seconds. It's not too bad.